In Robin's Pine Mash in Romford, and I've got some very, very special guests with me today to discuss the short film Old Windows. So we've got Paul Holbrook, who is the co-writer and director of the film. Of Laura Bayston,
yes,
who is also the co-writer and actress and producer.
Yes.
And this man to my left needs no introduction.
He does. There's got to be a lot of people here who don't know who I am.
A British TV and film legend, Larry Lamb, who is the lead in the film. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
And welcome to Romford.
Yay.
Lovely. You're welcome to Romford.
Have you been to Romford before?
Well, I must have been. You know, that's all there is to it. I tell you where I have been relatively recently. You know the Romford market on the edge of the Thames, the big Sunday market there. That's like, you know, the old Ford grounds there.
I do know. Yes.
I did a documentary series they did on there. Yeah, so I've been around here, that's for sure.
Dagenham Market, that is.
It's Dagenham
Market. Romford Market's up there.
And talking of Dagenham, Laura, I believe you grew up pretty near to here.
I did. I grew up in Dagenham. Yes.
Yes.
Martin's Corner. Yeah, and I used to work at the Odeon.
Oh, fantastic. That's where the film is going to be shown.
Yes, I know.
Romford, ex-Odeon.
I know.
Wonderful. Paul, have you been to Romford before? First time?
First time to Romford. I did see, on the way in, Chadwell. Is that close? I haven't been there, but is that Chadwell from the film ID, when it's like Chadwell FC?
I think yes.
Based on. I noticed that on the way in, but no, I've never been there.
Wonderful. So, you co-wrote the story of Old Windows. Would you like to just tell us what it's about? What's the elevator pitch?
Well, in a really simple terms, it's a little, Paul likes to use this term, it's a little slice of life really, and it's set in the 1990s and it's located in a Greasy Spoon family-run cafe. Kerry runs it, and one day this gentleman wanders in off the street and potentially kind of turns her little world upside down over a cup of tea and an Eccles cake.
There you go. That's it.
Well, what do you need?
And that's it in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, mate.
So where did you actually, the film is based in like the East End of London, where did you actually shoot it?
Bristol.
In Bristol?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it a real cafe or is it a location?
Yeah.
A shoot?
Yeah, it was a real, proper little cafe called Mary's Cafe in Bristol.
Okay.
And we were on a bit of a scout. We looked at loads and loads of locations, but we just went in there and just kind of knew straight away that it was going to work logistically, like how everything was laid out.
Right.
And it was a clean slate, and the guy that ran it was amazing. And he was like, yeah, just come in, do what you like, paint the walls if you want, do whatever you want, take everything off, just put up what you want. And we did, and we literally, I mean, I must have bought everything going off eBay that was, you know, Romford, Dagenham, East London related, West Ham.
Every Eccles cake for 1,000 miles.
Every Eccles cake. And we just filled the place and made it look really full, you know, and full of life and history. And it was unrecognisable.
It was.
From how it started.
You never know. You never know it wasn't somewhere in the East End.
No,
anywhere.
absolutely.
Some sort of like just through the windows you can see there's a bus going by. There's a what. So
As a West Ham fan myself, I really appreciated all the decorative West Ham memorabilia. I really loved that. How did you go about creating the period in terms of, you know, the actual camera? Like, did you do any kind of special did you use any particular equipment?
No, not really. I mean, James Oldham's our DOP. Most of the kind of nostalgic sepia kind of look to it. It's all done in the green, really.
Okay.
We didn't have much money. We didn't have much kit to talk of, really. I think James had 2 lights that he had to kind of use to the best of his ability, and then we picked most of it up in the grey to kind of give us the look it is now. Yeah. It was a fine line because obviously you push it a little bit too far, it becomes gimmicky. Yeah. So we still wanted it to feel grounded and real, but edging towards that nostalgic sepia look that ended up looking.
It's got a wonderful look. Really looks great.
I wanted
really
it to
evocative
smell
of the period.
Tobacco.
Exactly. Yes.
Like,
okay.
I wanted you to look at it and go, I can smell stout tobacco.
Yeah.
And Eccles cakes. Yeah.
Okay. So we need to talk about Larry. When did you first get involved?
Not that long before it was done, was it? I mean, you know, they were scouting around, and in the end, these these sort of jobs come along, and it's all down to the script. You know, if the script is something that you're interested in doing and you can see yourself in the part, more importantly for me, because I think there's a lot of actors, they'll play anything, you know, and like if I can't see myself in the part, then that's it. I'm not good enough to pretend I'm something completely different, you know. That's it. So yeah, it's pretty quick, really. Yeah.
What was it about Larry that you guys thought he's perfect for it to approach?
Well, I mean, he's got life story, isn't he? Look at him, he's brilliant. And it was really important for me that Harry had a real presence, a real solid, grounded presence. And the minute that he walked into that room, without a word being said, everything was said. So,
we wanted someone that we could believe
Yeah.
used to be a Cockney toe rag back in the day.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
That's the man.
Yeah.
With a bit of authenticity, and that's what Larry
See,
brings.
the thing is, when you, and I've been in this position before, if you've got two actors in a film, they better be pretty close to what they're supposed to be, because otherwise you'll just lose focus. That's it. It's so difficult with that, and I've watched it done before, and it can be a real mess. You know, it was lucky we worked well together.
Yeah.
And he's a wonderful director, and the script was really sound, and the location was wonderful, and it was stressed, everything's stressed in that game, but there wasn't too much to do. There was plenty to do, but there wasn't too much to do, and so it was, you know, it was enjoyable when it could have been a nightmare.
It's good to hear. So you two are the co-stars. Did you do a lot of rehearsing together, or did you sort of go in there and, you know, how did it work?
We had a few hours just sitting around chatting about it, sort of levelling off a few areas that might, you know, that needed to be questioned, but certainly not hours and hours. There wasn't the time for it.
No.
We just got on and did it, you know, really. I mean, I think the thing is, it's also a sense of understanding who the person is you're going to be playing opposite and how they work and the sound of their voice, and so we did that before we started, and then, you know, off we went. It was good. Your
character, he's obviously got, as we alluded to a minute ago, he's got a history, hasn't he? But it's not quite clear. It's left kind of nicely. You know, you're wondering, what's the history of this guy? You know. Did you yourself have a backstory in your head for what this guy had been up to in the past?
Only what I was given in the script, really. There was enough in the script for the actor to understand what really the backstory was. You know, it's sort of explained in the text that, you know, what his relationship to the area is and what the area means to him. So that's enough, you know, that's enough.
And another question for yourself. Obviously, you're very well known for TV and theatre as well. I know you've done a lot of theatre in your past. This is a short film. Do you prepare differently for a short film, or?
I mean, it's very handy as you get older because you haven't got as many lines that you can forget.
Okay.
So you don't really prepare any differently. I mean, it's like you've got 2 days out of a whole shoot where you're going to be doing this one great big whacking scene. So hopefully you come to it, you're not exhausted from the day before, and knowing that when you finish you can go home. That's it, really. All win.
How long did it take to shoot? How many days were you? 2 days. 2 days. Okay. 2 days. I think we had 12 pages. 14 pages. 12 pages dialogue.
14, I think.
14 pages in 2 days. So there was a lot that was cut out in the edit to try and kind of manipulate the pace of the thing.
Right.
But I mean, 14 pages of dialogue in 2 days for any actor is a bit of a stretch.
But the thing is, the interesting thing about working with Paul is he knows exactly what he wants. Some directors don't know what they want until they see it there given to them. Right? But if the director knows what he wants, it saves an awful lot of time, because as you do 1 take, 2 take, 3 takes. He'll say, okay, that's it, got it, done that. Whereas a lot of them will go on 6, 7, 8, and you're thinking, he got this 4 takes ago. What are we doing this for? Which is so frustrating. But no, it was great to work. It was lovely.
I was going to ask you actually, what kind of director are you? Are you very hands-on, or do you let the acting talent, just do their thing? What kind of?
I mean, I need to be prepared. Like that's my comfort blanket, is the preparation. I like to spend some time with the actors, and like Larry said, just talk about what's going on in the subtext and talk about why there's a line on the page, and kind of question a lot of the dialogue with the actors as to why it's there and what it's actually doing to progress the story. And I think once you've got that, I don't know. My hands on. I don't really know. I just do me.
He's a team leader.
Okay.
So that the people that are working with him feel very, very much a part of what he's doing. There's not a lot of separated, disparate people drifting around, actually wondering why they're there or what they're doing. You know, it's a very, very focused team, and that always comes from the director. That's it. You know, the director's got his team with him, working with him, doing what he wants, as he wants it done, in the way he wants it done. And you get the sense of that as soon as you walk onto the set, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do a lot of, we even the floor of collaboration, we do a lot of collaboration before we even get to set, if that makes sense. So by the time you get to set, everyone already feels part of the team, everyone already feels like what they're bringing is worthy of what we're doing and appreciated and everything else.
Yeah.
And then, like Larry said, we're already a team before we even turn the camera on.
Yeah.
And then I suppose it comes down to trust that you've gained in those relationships up to that point where, you know,
that you can feel it. As an actor, you can feel it. You can feel, especially when you've been doing it for years and years and you've been, you know, I don't know how many sets I've been on with how many directors and how many crews and how many everything. You can feel it straight away. There's a certain kind of vibe. You just get the sense of it.
Yeah.
This is all right.
And Paul is very quietly confident, and he does set that vibe, and it makes you feel confident yourself, knowing that everything is okay. And when I've worked with Paul a lot, and I'll always go to Paul before and go, right, talk to me. Even if I don't say anything, I just want Paul to just say a couple of words. I go, right, I've got it, let's do it. Yeah. And that's enough.
Or it'll be reminding you of something that we talked about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And that light bulb goes off and we know we're ready, you know.
Yeah, so the film's playing tonight, say, at the festival, 7 o'clock. Are you looking forward to seeing it on our big screen?
Yeah, really. Especially, you know, if you get an audience of people from around here, that's always interesting, you know. Yeah. I did a film a couple of years ago, and the very first time I saw the film was at the film festival in France.
Okay.
With a translation of a film that was basically untranslatable.
Okay.
And about 700 people sitting there, really wanting to enjoy it, but couldn't understand what on earth was going on.
Yes.
I thought, this is a disaster.
Yeah.
So that's what's interesting, to be with an audience that, you know, will understand the people and understand the place.
Absolutely, I think it's the perfect place. Romford is the perfect place for this
Romford
film.
is the perfect place.
Yes,
That's it.
absolutely.
It's always really surprising when you watch it in front of an audience, because obviously when you're making a film that's just two people in a room and all you've got is dialogue, that's all you've really got. There's no huge amounts of energy to cut to or anything like that. So all you can trust is the words and the actors, and that's quite scary from a director's point of view.
Yeah.
And then when you get to watching it with people and you feel the whole room is kind of leaning into all the subtext that you've crafted, that is so satisfying. So to see that in Romford is going to be even more, there's going to be another layer to that now, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
Because I've only ever seen it kind of outside of London.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've screened in London full stop, isn't it?
Yes,
Perfect. Where else has it played? Have you done other festivals?
Manchester.
Yeah, we're still pretty early. Manchester, Nottingham, and Bristol.
Yeah, we're only just getting going on the festival run, really.
So you're hoping to put it out to other festivals?
Yes, very
It's
much
already
so.
out. We're just waiting for the nod or the shake of the head. We had a good start, and then slowed down a little bit, and then we're hoping it's going to.
Yeah.
I imagine it's very competitive, eh?
Oh, very competitive.
A lot of films, There must be a lot.
Especially after COVID, I just think everyone's had this surge of wanting to get back to work.
Yeah, we've nominated it for many, many awards, so we hope it's gonna. I think it'll do well with our audiences, definitely, and other places as well.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what else you're working on. Larry, what are you working on currently?
I've been writing a book for the last couple of years.
Okay.
But of course, writing the book is the easy bit.
Right. Okay.
It's getting it ready to make it saleable.
Okay.
And tearing it to pieces, putting it back together,
Yeah.
discussing it with people, figuring out the bits that work, figuring out the bits that don't, how are you going to change the bits that don't, how are you going to make the bits that do maybe better. It's quite a deal. And nothing like I figured it would be. I wrote an autobiography 10 years ago.
Right.
That was straightforward. You know, that you're telling a story that's already been told. That's it.
Yeah.
But to create, you know, endless new characters who have got to appear and then reappear, and you've got to understand them. So that has kind of taken me up for the last 2 years, really. It started in the pandemic, and I thought it would be all over, you know. Oh, that's it, that's that done, right? And then just the beginning, just the beginning. But there's bits of work coming in. There's actually a couple of things I'm waiting to hear about at the moment, which is quite a surprise. But yeah, you never know. You never know. Touch. Wood.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And on camera, he's promised us the film rights to that book. They're still running away. You heard that? Yeah.
Exclusive. Laura, what are you working on next?
What am I working on next? I've done a couple of things which are quite exciting, and coming up, me and Paul are working on another short, quite a cool little psychological, gritty drama horror. So we're part way there with the funding. We're just trying to get the rest of it together, which is no mean feat. But I'm really looking forward to that, hopefully, and that's called When She Sings. And we'll be shooting that again in the southwest, probably up in sort of Bristol way. And then I've got another 2 little shorts coming up towards the end of the year. And that's, and a few little telly things, but that's it really.
And you got a British Soap Awards.
Oh yes! Yeah.
So
The little matter of the British Soap Awards. Tell us more.
Am I allowed?
Oh, dropped her in it now.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I'm just a little storyline that I was part of has been nominated for a British Soap Award. So I should be going there.
Wonderful.
As a guest, which is quite exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. Wonderful.
So I need to buy a new outfit. That's all I'm stressing about at the minute. I'm like, what am I going to wear? So that's that. There's always something going. There's always something bubbling away.
Yourself, Paul?
Well, I'm just trying to kind of make the transition from shorts to TV or features. And
Right,
I've got projects that are bouncing around from desk to desk. I've got feature scripts that are being read. I've got TV shows that are kind of in development, but just waiting for kind of the green light. So we're just cracking on and doing shorts in the meantime until someone trusts me with something a bit meatier, you know. We're doing a short with Laura in October when she sings, which is great. Doing a proof of concept TV comedy this weekend called Whatever Happened to Pete Biscuits.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. That's with Joe Sims and Amy Trevescus that I wrote that with. It's got Paul Cooper in it from This Country.
Oh yes.
So that'll be fun. What else am I doing? I'm attached to a feature that it's just funding. Like there's a million things, but how many of them are funded? None. So I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
It's really the British independent film industry. The funding is so dire.
It's a tough route.
It really is.
You just need to have a million things so that you've got to have a lot of horses in a race and let's jump on the one that wins.
That's right. You hear that a lot from other filmmakers.
So which one comes first? We don't know.
It's been so lovely chatting to you all.
Pleasure.
We're really looking
Thank you.
forward to our audience seeing your film, and we really hope you enjoy it as well. Our audience will love this film, I know. And thank you so much for joining me for the Romford Film Festival.
Top man.
Thank
very much.
Thank you for having
Lovely.
us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you to Robbins for letting us.
Robin's Pie and Mash.
Robin's Pie and Mash.
Robbins Pie
We're
Mash.
going to eat some now.
Yeah.
There you go.